Welcome to today's yoga question. I'm Lizzie Lassiter. Answering our question today is Judith Hanson Lassiter. Hi, Mama.
Hi, Lizzie. Hi, everyone.
What is moving from the organs? You sometimes teach a workshop called Moving from the Organs. Is that even possible? What are you talking about?
Well, honestly, I have to say that part of the reason I created that title was because exactly that. People go, "What is that?" I want people to understand what it means. What it means is this: all disease in our body and all health in our body is formed on a cellular level. I mean, that's where disease first happens and health happens in the gut. It's on a cellular level. And traditional wisdom in the East, whether it's Chinese or Indian, talks about energy in the body. And when I use the phrase moving from the organs, what I mean is placing the body in specific positions to either stimulate in the traditional philosophy of health that comes through Ayurveda to the asana practice, to either stimulate or cool, metaphorically. Quiet is the organ to active, is that energy to active or to quiet. And you can actually feel it for example, in that course, when I teach twists and I use a lot of images and instructions and ideas about moving the organs, internal organs, and letting the spine follow. And many times, many students in the class say, "Oh my gosh, I'm sweating from a twist." This is not metabolic heat, like lots of sun salutations. This, I believe, is heat that's being released and moving through your body, because heat is a manifestation of energy. So we do the classic poses, some active, some restorative, but we take our attention to what is happening in the organs of the body. And it can really be used in a powerful way. An example, I was recently teaching this class, and that was a period of time we were focusing on kidneys, and we were doing back bends. So the kidneys sit against the back wall of your trunk, and they're right below the ribs, like right. And the right one is lower than the left one because you have a big liver here. And when people do back bends, what they often do is they try to tuck their tailbone, which doesn't allow the front kidneys to open. So we were doing camel pose, that pose. And what I suggested they do is we looked at where the kidneys were, is that they move the idea of the bending, not from the lower back by arching the lower back, but taking it up higher, right at the lower ribs, the last few lower ribs where the kidneys are just about there, thinking of moving the kidneys in and up, so that the arch now moved up into the upper lumbar, lower thoracic. And one woman said, when I was working with, she said, "This is the first time this pose has not hurt my lower back, and I've always hated this pose, and now it's my favorite pose because of the way I feel when I think of opening the front kidneys and making the arch go higher up in my back. It actually relieved her lower back pain, and she felt so happy in the pose." And this is what people say is when they take it deeper. I mean, we work so frequently with, the muscles. We want to stretch the hamstrings or the rotators. But what I found is that for students who really love their asana, if I can give them or share with them this concept of what effect it's creating in the organs, whether I want to quiet the energy or open the energy, really transforms the practice to a deeper level.
I love that. And that is what's so great about working with you, Mom, is that you see the whole person and that you're seeing beyond the movement of the arms and legs. I have to admit, I practice my asana a lot from the arms and legs. What am I missing? This is my last question for you. What am I missing when I'm doing the asana maybe more mechanically from the arms and legs?
Well, first of all, the very fact that you're practicing with 4-year-old twins and that you get on your mat anything we get on our mat and do with awareness and love, if it's just lie there for 5 minutes, it's all helping our health and our presence and giving us support in this crazy world. So I do not denigrate any form of practice. Sometimes I have been known to do practice and while talking to you, because we need to talk, and it's the only time I lie there with my legs up the wall while we're talking. But this practice of moving from the organs creates, I think, in myself and the feedback I get from other people, this deeper level of connection in which the asana feels like a unity, a united field of presence in a deeper way than they've ever experienced. And by the way, I'm going to be teaching it in Rochester, New York, coming up this September. And there's still some places left. But I like teaching it because I like seeing the smiles and the surprise people get who've practiced yoga for 10, 20 or more years and have taught for a year. And they say, I've never felt a pose like this before. It's a new spice to add to your soup.
So interesting. Okay, I'm going to give everyone your website. Oh, wait, that's my website. This is your website. Judith.yoga is the shortcut. www.judith.yoga will take you there. You can look at Mama's calendar. She's teaching moving from the organs, as she mentioned, Rochester 2024 September. And I hope you're subscribed to my newsletter, which goes out every Sunday, Sunday Self-Care. You can find that at lizzie.yoga, Lizzie.yoga. Thank you so much, Mama.
Thank you so much, Lizzie. Namaste,
No.
everyone.
Namaste, namaste, namaste.